class, this is Professor Zilke. So if you're seeing this video, it means that you have made it to our class Canvas, you are enrolled, and you are good to go. So this is going to be one of many Monday check-ins. So the goal of these check-in videos is one, to check in with you guys. I'm going to let you know where I am, what's happening, and you guys are also free to comment and let me know how you guys are doing. I love hearing from you guys. I know it's really hard not being able to be in class together, so these check-ins I think are a really good way of building a bit of a community amongst our class. So the secondary reason for these Monday check-ins is I'm going to be going over the blocks that are going to be due over the course of the next week. So in our case, we have a block due on Wednesday, and then we have a block due Sunday, so basically a week from today. So I'm going to go over those two blocks, let you know exactly what I'm expecting, and then you can also plan ahead. So if there's any assignments that you're thinking are going to take a little bit longer, you can get those started early versus the assignments that you think you can, do fairly quickly. So let's get into that. Before I do, I did want to let you guys know where I am. So this is not my apartment. This is my parents' place. So I'm visiting them for a week or so. I'm probably going to be leaving in a couple days and heading back to Long Beach, but I wanted to see them. I haven't seen them, obviously, since quarantine. So I'm here. I'm in Northern California, so the restrictions have been lowered, and so it's safe to be here. But I am going to be heading back home soon, so the filming situation is going to be different by next week. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay as well, kind of getting into the swing of things. Let me know if you guys are taking any other summer classes. I know that it can be a lot. These summer classes are super intensive, but I'd love to hear if you're taking a science class, a math class, what you're trying to get done this summer. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to jump over to Canvas and we can talk about what we're doing this week. Let's take a look at what you guys are going to be working on for this week. So this is week 1 of the summer session. So I'm on the home page right now. Hopefully you've already seen all this, watched the video, got started on the first block for Unit 1. So if you ever need to figure out what we're doing, there is a semester calendar. It's the first thing. If you click on it, it will take you to a calendar with all the due dates. So we know that for Wednesday at midnight, we're going to be completing Unit 1, Block 1, and Sunday at midnight, we're going to be completing Unit 1, Block 2. So that's what I'm going to be going over today. So I'm going to go to the modules, click on that, and it will take us right to the first unit blocks. So block 1 is everything here. I know it looks like a lot. A lot of these are really quick assignments, which if you've already gotten started, you're going to see. So I'm just going to start at the beginning and we're just going to quickly go through. So we have the getting started and response questions. So all you're going to do is answer these questions and then you're going to click on submit assignment. You're going to click on submit assignment, then answer the questions, and then there'll be a chance to actually submit the completed assignment. So yeah, a text box will not show up until you click on submit assignment. I know that's counterintuitive. I don't know why. Okay, so that's that. And then the easiest way of actually going from one assignment to the next is just clicking next down here, and it's going to go in order. You could also go back to modules and do it from there. Either way is totally fine. And then you're going to be joining Remind, so all you're going to do is download the Remind app, use our class code MZSummer, and it will add you to our class list, and then that's how I'm going to be able to communicate with you guys. So it's really easy. Also make sure to set up push notifications, otherwise you're going to miss a bunch of messages. Okay, and then next, so as you can see, a lot of these are pretty easy. Navigating Canvas scavenger hunt. So it's just going to ask you to do a couple things, write down the letters or write down the words. And then so all you're going to do, so there's 5 questions, you're going to write down the 5 words and again, submit that. So not too complicated. It's also going to have you update your Canvas profile. So this means adding a picture to your account. It can be a personal picture or it can be just something that is meaningful to you. That's totally fine. I know some of you don't want to put pictures of yourself. That's fair. Make sure your name is correct. That's important. I've had a couple students where, for whatever reason, Canvas did not know their name. And then make sure to update your email address so that it goes to an email address you actually check. This is also really important because announcements and things like that are going to be sent to your email address. And so if it's an email you never check, you're never going to see them. And so that's going to be important information. Okay, next. Okay, now we have the syllabus scavenger hunt. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the syllabus. So there's, again, a couple ways you can do this. You can go to the home page and then click on the syllabus link. You could also just click on syllabus. That's probably the easiest way to do that from here. And what I would actually do is have your syllabus open in a separate uh, window beside the question so that you can just quickly go back and forth. But again, however you want to do that is fine. Same thing, you're going to answer all 12 questions based off the syllabus, and then you're going to submit it. Make sure to not answer these with like one word answers. Like I want to make sure that you understand what you're answering. So if I'm not getting that, you aren't going to get full credit. So just make sure that if there's, additional information or if there's more details, give me those details so I know that you understand this because this is going to be really important. Okay, and then next. Then we are introducing you to our first unit. So the previous stuff was all just getting you acclimatized to Canvas and our different ways that we're going to communicate with each other. So this is our actual first unit. I made a little video here that you can watch. And then in order to start planning for your first essay, you're going to be answering some brainstorming questions. So there's no right or wrong answers to these. Answer them as, much as you can. If any of these questions don't apply to you, that is okay. But yeah, just give as much detail as possible because we're going to be using these questions to come up with your topic. So the more work you put into this, the better the topic that you're going to choose. So answer these, again, put it in the text box, submit it. Okay, and then you have your topic submission and questions. So once you've done your brainstorming, it's going to ask you to, oh, there's another video here. I love making videos. But you're going to, so once you have your brainstorming all completed, it's going to ask you to narrow down your topic. So you're going to be going through your brainstorming notes and figuring out what specific story that you want to write about. There's some information here about how to choose that. Once you've chosen your story, then you're going to submit your topic. So part one is you're going to tell me your story. So 5 to 10 sentences, add as much descriptive detail as possible. If you don't know how to add descriptive detail, that is totally okay. You're going to click on here and it's just going to take you to a short, like 3-minute video that's going to discuss what descriptive detail is and how to use it. It's not more homework, I promise. And then for part two, so after you've told your story, you're going to answer these 3 questions about that same story. So, what was the context of hearing the story for the first time? As a child, basically, what appealed to you about the story? Why did you like it? What did you learn from it? And then as an adult, how do you feel about the story now? Do you continue to agree with the lessons? So, there's a couple different questions here. Again, the more detail you go in for this, the easier it's going to be to write your essay because all these things are going to directly relate to what you're going to be doing in your essay. So if you do a really good job, it might be as easy as being able to like cut and paste a lot of this into your paragraphs. So I would definitely recommend spending extra time on this part because it is going to save you time later on, if that makes sense. Okay, and then think that might be the last. Oh no, and then the last thing you're going to be doing, and this is definitely a bit of a more time, not, yeah, it's going to require a little bit more time than the previous assignments. You're going to be creating a video. So a big part of my online class is I like to kind of dabble in visual media as well as text-based media. So you're used to writing essays, you're used to being able to, write a paper. But I think another way of telling a story or making an argument or doing a lot of things is visual media. So I have a video here that explains why I think visual media is so important. Then I have a video on how to use Adobe Spark. So Adobe Spark is this free video editing software, I guess, or is it software? It's on a you can go on the website. You don't have to download anything. And it allows you to make really cool videos that are fast and easy. And if you've never made videos before, you can still totally do it because it's very simple. And be able to actually make these video essays. So watch this video. And then you're going to create a short little introductory video. So it doesn't have to be very complicated. It's not meant to be stressful. So you're going to go to the Adobe Spark platform, which I might actually go right now just to show you what it looks like. Also check my links. This is always a good way for me to make sure everything is connecting correctly. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. I'm currently not signed in, which is why it's not showing anything. I'm going to see if it will let me sign in easily. Okay, so I signed in with my Google account. You can sign in with any of these. There's no right or answer for this. So I'm gonna sign in with Google, and it should have all my information. Yeah, it's gonna sign in for me. Cool. So once you've signed in, created your account, it's going to open up a kind of front page. It's happening. It's working. Cool. And these are, yeah, this is going to be your front page. So if you haven't created anything before, you're not going to have any like recent projects or anything like that. So this is great not only for making videos, but also making, like, I don't know what you'd call these, like little posts, different stuff. But you're just going to be working with the video. So what you're going to do is you're going to say create project. You're going to go to video. And then you're just going to name your video, whatever. And then once you've named your video, actually, I'll skip this. And the best way to do this is to make up your own. I mean, these can be really helpful if you're doing something else, but this is just nice because you just get a blank slate and then you can do whatever you want. It's going. One thing about this program is it does take longer than usual to load because there's just so much. There we go. Okay, so this is, I don't know why I have a small video. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, so that basically this is Adobe Spark. I'm not going to go into how to make a video because that's what the other video that I linked was. But yeah, so that's what that's going to look like. And all you're going to do is, we'll go back to this. Okay. So all you're going to do is you're going to have a title card where you introduce yourself, 5 facts about you, and a conclusion card. And then down here, there's just some different things that I want you to do. Like I want one of your facts to be something you did in the past, one of your facts to be something that you're looking forward to doing in the future, and then the rest of the 3 facts can be whatever you want. Again, there isn't right or wrong to this. This isn't meant to be like testing you. Um, and the thing that I want you to do is make sure that you have words, images, and pictures for every single slide. So you're utilizing those 3 types of visual media because obviously that's why we do visual media. Pictures can be really powerful. So I have my example video down here. Um, you're going to notice that I don't use any personal pictures. Sometimes I do with my stuff, but for this one, I just used like stock footage or like photos from the internet. You can totally do that. Again, you do not need to share your face. You can just use some stock photos and just talk about it with narration. So that's fine. And then when you're ready to do your video, you're going to hit reply and then it's going to open this little text box here and you're going to make sure that you embed your video. So I don't want a link, I actually want you to embed it. And so I do have, I think for the syllabus, I do have you go through the process of how to embed a video, but just a quick review, you're going to get the embed code, you're going to go to HTML editor, and then you're just going to copy and paste that embed code. And then when you go back to rich content, it'll show up here. So that's how you're going to do that. Okay. And then that is the end of block 1. So that's what's going to be due on Wednesday. And then we're going to, so this is block 2. So at the beginning of block 2, you're going to be reading 3 articles. So this is the first article. It's just the PDF. And then you're going to answer questions about it for the next thing. So yeah, it says read the article. This is just going to link to that same article we were just at. Answer these questions about it. And then you have another article. Again, this is just a PDF. There we go. And then after this, it'll be some more questions about this article. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. Yeah, and then you're going to answer questions about that. And then your last article, again, I have a PDF here. Yep. And then some questions. Yeah, perfect. And you're just going to answer these questions. So yeah, your first 3 assignments for block 2 are just going to be 3 articles that you're going to read and answer questions for, which you've done before in other classes, I'm sure. And then for your essay 1 outline, so this is another thing that's going to take a little longer. Just like the video, I would plan to get this done a little ahead of time so that you're not scrambling at 9 o'clock at night trying to get it done. So this is going to be your outline for essay 1. So the first thing I did is I did make a tutorial video on exactly how to fill out every section of it. I would suggest, at least for this first essay, actually watching this all the way through. For future essays, if you know what you're doing, you can kind of skip to just the parts that you're a little confused about. But for this one, I would definitely recommend just like watching it through. I know it's 20 minutes, it's a little rambly, but it's basically what we would be doing in class if we were able to meet in class in person, is I would be doing this all in class with you guys. So that's kind of what it is. And then, so what you're going to do is, yeah, watch this video. I also included the sample outline that I fill out in the video. You can actually go to it here. So there is a link. So it's already filled out. So obviously this isn't going to be the outline that you're going to use for yourself because it's my outline, but it can give you an idea of like what a filled out outline is going to look like. And then to get your own outline, you're going to click on this Google Doc. And it's going to open up a blank outline. You're going to save yourself a copy, and that's what you're going to be filling out and then submitting to me. So once you have your own outline all filled out, you're going to submit it here, and it tells you how to do that. So yeah, so that's going to be kind of the big assignment for this block, is actually completing your outline. And then I believe the last assignment for this block is your works cited page. Yes. So this is actually going to be really easy because at this point I have not taught you how to cite your sources. So I'm actually going to provide you with the links to the. Hey, this is Editing Mary. So I'm realizing you keep saying that you can cut and paste the links. It's actually going to be cutting and paste the citations for the articles. So yeah, thought I'd say that. Okay, go back to the video. The articles that we're reading in class, and you just need to cut and paste the link that you're going to be using for your essay. So you click here, you cut and paste what you need. I'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, so this is what it is. So we actually haven't read all these articles. I cut down our reading list a bit because we're on such a condensed schedule. So we're only going to be reading these last 3. So whatever one you end up choosing to have as your hook, you're just going to cut and paste that citation, stick it in your works cited page, and that's it. You're just going to submit that single citation, put a works cited at the top, and that's the assignment. So it will literally take you a minute to do. But it's just to make sure that you know what you're doing, and then you're going to stick that to the end of your essay once you're done writing the entire thing. Okay, so that should be it. I'm going to double check. We'll go to modules. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing this week. So again, block 1's due Wednesday, block 2 is going to be due on Sunday. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. I hope that you have a general idea of what we're going to be doing this week. Again, if you have any additional questions or confusion, feel free to message me. I'd rather you message me earlier on in the process than, the night before when you're freaking out because you have no idea what you're doing. So definitely, if you have any questions, ask me now, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you again next Monday for our next check-in. Okay, talk to you guys later.